Hello, and welcome to part two. And if you haven't listened to part one, you might want to. This is going to be a little more challenging for some of us. Um, but the benefits of discovering this energy or rediscovering this energy, in my experience, are so rich. And any resistances are absolutely fine. We're going to work with those as well. We're going to give them space. And they're okay. They really are. So, what is this mysterious energy? It is what the Taoists call returning to the uncarved block. Tarot readers call the Fool. And sacred clowns know it well. Very old tradition, sacred clowning, and a beautiful movement re-emerging like a flower at the moment in the world. Why is it important before you turn off? Because in my experience, as well as some others, it's a part in us which is always there and gets covered up. And it's that child, preconditioned child space. Some see as part of the Trinity, our ancestral right and reclaiming our original nature. And just look at my hair for a while. That will work. Just meditate on the hairstyle. So, it's amazing. I have worked in many dark spaces with clearing different houses and spaces up against different energies, and at least twice it's been the only place that I could stand in without being attacked and destroyed by the places or the energy of the person on one account that I was clearing. It's a very powerful place to reunite with, to be able to move through the world. So anyone studying magic, it's really good. And anyone studying magic who's turned to the dark side of the force has clearly lost that place in ourselves. And it's a beautiful movement, the clowning movement, sacred clowning, for activism in the world. If nothing else, it's benefit just to see the faces on very serious grown-ups who have lost that place, who are unconsciously or consciously destroying the planet, and they don't know how to handle it. You know, it's amazing. Anyway, on with the show. So, any resistances are fine. We're going to welcome them. So, sit in a nice upright position and relaxed, cushion under the bum. You can stand up for this if necessary, but you could try sitting down first. And we're just going to sit and breathe. Have potential compassion for our body in that dark space that we're in. With breath and awareness. Just breath. Allowing any resistant thoughts, any negative thoughts. They're okay. More than okay. We're going to embrace them. What face would that make? What face will it make? Allow that face to happen. The feeling. And the resistance, the anger that comes with that. Any feelings. We're going to challenge it with love and joy. Potential joy. By making the face become it. If you need to, stand up, or action, movement, dance, and then return to this video. Or just the face. And then we're going to let our nose wiggle a little bit. Just a tiny little wiggle, just to activate the nose, which connects with the heart. Relaxing the jaw. Wiggle the nose with that face. Know that it's connecting with the heart space, whether we feel it or not. Relaxing the jaw. Relaxing the neck and the back of the head. And wiggle it down. And the power of the nose can explore anywhere in the body. So we're going to wiggle down to the heart or down to the solar plexus. Feel any emotion there, any noise, any sound. Let it come out. Any resistance is okay. Any tears, anything. Small little wiggles. Go with it. Breathe. Any dizziness at any point, just connect with the earth. Relax the back and kidneys. Breathe into the belly. Any point dizziness or emotion comes up too much. Now we're going to release the solar plexus. When you're ready, pause the video if necessary. Okay, we're going to release the solar plexus by making a la 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 noise. Tongue on the palate of the roof of the mouth, behind the teeth. La 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 la. So if the la 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 la, if that la doesn't suit, you can go deeper, which is a like a train. Whatever noise comes out of the solar plexus. Breathe in, space. Wiggle the nose down, exploration. Whatever noise comes out. La 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 la. Alright, train noise, or whatever noise. Breathing in, potential compassion, space. Returning to the face, a nose wiggle if necessary, and just repeating any of that cycle if need be. And we're going to release the buttocks and spine by bringing awareness to the buttocks, the hip girdle, the hip area, and seeing if a wiggle, a movement comes out. A natural movement, nothing to do, just see if it happens. You can combine it with the sound or whatever happens, just space and breath, whatever manifests. And that wiggle is going to release and relax the buttocks, and the spine, the back of the head, gently with the back, neck and back of the head. Gentle, relaxed, natural movement that happens as long as necessary. As small as it happens. It can be tiny. It can be quite large. As long as it happens by just giving space. Until it comes to a natural stop. Compassionate space, potential compassion, breath. We're here being brave. Small nose wiggle, connecting down to the solar plexus and heart, or heart. And imagine a small flower in the space. It could be a daisy, could be dandelion, it could be a buttercup, whatever small flower appears. Could be a forget-me-not, anything. Just space and breath in that area of the solar plexus or the heart, wherever we naturally settle our awareness. It may disappear, and that's okay. Whether it's disappeared or stayed, we're going to get that very small, slight nose wiggle. Chin very slightly tucked, releasing the back of the neck. Small nose wiggle, and as I say, the nose can explore anywhere in the body. Small wiggle is going to go down and just sniff around that flower. Or sniff around the space where it was. Just sniff. Just bring it down there. Any noises are fine, any movements fine, anything that naturally occurs. Gentle breath, earth and belly breath awareness. If we go dizzy, it gets too much. Just sniff our nose down into that area, exploring the flower until it grows roots. How does that flower breathe? Or how does it smell? If it disappears, it's all good. Just breath. Gentle releasing the jaw, gentle sniffing around, gentle nose exploring. We're going to sing to that space, or we're going to sing to that flower. A very old and beautiful, beautiful song. Repeat after me. There's a worm at the bottom of my garden, and his name is Wiggly Woo. And the woo is the Chinese for emptiness. There's a worm at the bottom of my garden, and his name is Wiggly Woo. There's a worm at the bottom of my garden, and all that she can do is wiggle all day and wiggle all night. The farmer says she's a terrible fright. There's a worm at the bottom of my garden, and her name is Wiggly Woo. Or just breathe and listen to the mantra as you explore and be with the flower, or the space. Wiggling nose, wiggly woo, wiggle that woo, the emptiness in Chinese medicine. There's a worm at the bottom of my garden, and her name is Wiggly Woo. There's a worm at the bottom of my garden, and all that he can do is wiggle all day and wiggle all night. The farmer says she's a terrible fright. There's a worm at the bottom of my garden, and his name is Wiggly Woo. And let the Om come from the base of the tummy, solar plexus. There's a worm at the bottom of my garden, and her name is Wiggly Woo. There's a worm at the bottom of my garden, and all that she can do is wiggle all day and wiggle all night. The farmer says she's a terrible fright. There's a worm at the bottom of my garden, and her name is Wiggly Woo. And with heart awareness, we're going to add that A before the Om, which is A, heart, or belly, because it's and see that flower blooming, roots. Hello, beautiful. Hello, potential for beautiful. Please read the commentary below. And added tips. Pause the video now and repeat any of that if need be, or just sit and I wish you well. May all beings know the beauty of their true nature, original nature. May all beings be embraced by that beauty and pureness, to be safe in all worlds, all places of being, to be free for all beings. Aho Matakwiyatan, for all our relations.